Guys, happy Friday. Oh my gosh, love Friday. So first of all, I'm just gonna start because this is how I start or end every single Friday, is really thinking about your Friday celebrations. So if you guys are in my Facebook group, if you're not, please come join me. My link is in my bio for Instagram. I'm doing this on both right now. But every Friday I make it a point to celebrate yourself for something that you've done in the week, big or small, some type of success, some type of win for you guys. Hey, you guys, thanks for hopping on. Just so that you start feeling the success before maybe you even think that you have it. And that is so, so key. So I want to talk a little bit about that today in general. And if you've seen the title of this video, it's Insanity or Success. Which one do you choose? And I really want to talk about this, especially as in my Facebook group, we are finally wrapping up the 5-day challenge, which I did 2 weeks ago, but I know that life happens. I know that this is a very deep process that takes a lot of time to go through. Awesome, a massage sounds great. Takes a lot of time to go through, as it should, because the more you dive into it, the more you're going to get out of it. I made it pretty short and sweet this time around, where the prompts were, you could spend 5 minutes a day on it if that's all that you had. So I wanted to make it very accessible, but at the same time, I can't stress enough, the more you dive into it, the deeper you dive, there we go, the more you're going to get out of it. So today is the last day to kind of finish up all of the 5 days with the videos, with the prompts. Like I mentioned, everything is in my Facebook group. For Instagram, that link is in my bio, so go check that out. If you guys still have people who want to do this, you can invite them in there. Just let them know that I will be pulling all of the content down tomorrow. So today is the last day to kind of binge through that before I go through it the next time, which probably won't be until the beginning of next year. So get in there, finish up the challenge. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this, because there were quite a few people this time who started the challenge but didn't finish it. Whether that was, maybe you stopped because life happened, things get in the way, you get busy, things happen with family, things happen with work, you just get exhausted, life happens. Seriously, I get it. And maybe, you got stuck on one of the days. If I'm guessing, it's probably day 2, because I definitely know that day 2 is very challenging, especially to dive really deep into your fears and self-doubts and be really, really honest with yourself. So if that was you, if you stopped, even if you just failed to get through all 5 days of the challenge, I want to make this a key point right now. And I want to ask you this question. So if that was you, if life got in the way, if you stopped just somewhere in between and didn't get through all 5 days, or if you stopped because you held back on really digging deep for yourself, first of all, I want to say that you are not the only one. So take a little breather in that. Don't think that you did fail. You still have today to get through it, but I want to make this a point. You're not the only one. However, there is a huge but factor in here. If this is you and you didn't get through all 5 days, you're not the only one, but it's not going to help you to be one of those people. And here's why. Which is where the title of this video comes in so, so importantly. Insanity or success. So you guys have probably heard the very famous quote. So insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again, but expecting different results. And so, so often we do this in life, but especially in business, especially if you are a solo business owner, entrepreneur, whatever, however you define yourself. If you have a business and you're doing the same things and you're like, why am I not getting clients? Why am I not moving forward? Why is the revenue not coming in? Why do I not have more money coming in? Why am I not able to serve more people? Why am I not able to do more of what I love right now? It's because you're probably doing the same things over and over, those things that you got comfortable in, even if this is just for your life. You're like, I really want, fill in the blank, fill in the version of success that you want. If you guys did day 1, you know what that success is. You've identified that already. If you haven't, again, get in the challenge, binge through all the days. You can easily do it in a day. But get in there, because the first step is to really identify what that version of success looks like for yourself. This is so, so key, because you are not going to feel accomplished. You are not going to feel successful until you really define what that success is, so that you know what it is when you get to it, or you know which direction you're going to get to that version of success. And that is so, so key. Hey, Paige, thanks for hopping on. I know you're in, is it Scotland right now? I'm so, so jealous. And I love seeing all the pictures of your trip right now. Sorry, distractions. It's so, so important to define your version of success, because your version could look very, very different than, you know, even your best friends or your significant other or someone in your family, or fill in the blank. It's going to look very different for each person. And you are never going to feel that sense of accomplishment, that success, that even that like pride that you are making progress and moving forward. I've heard from so many people, and this is totally me too. This is something that I've really had to work through, especially even like this year. Like, it happens over and over depending on the situation, but just feeling like you're doing so much, you're putting so much out there, you're putting so much time and energy into things, and you're not getting anything back. Nothing's happening. It's not working. Like, whatever that feels like for you, oh my gosh, do I know how you feel. Like, I have totally been there. But one of the things is to really define that success for yourself, know what you're going toward. And then the key is to not step into that version of insanity. Don't just keep doing the same things over and over, spinning your wheels. You're almost like you're on a hamster wheel, just doing the same thing and expecting to be like out of the cage, right? Like way over here doing something different. You can't just keep spinning on that wheel and expect to get somewhere different. This is totally, totally random, but we just saw Secret Life of Pets the other day, the second one, which is so, so cute. Highly recommend. But it was so funny because there's the scene in there where all the animals are sitting in the veterinary office, and they all have like different kind of like behavioral problems, but there is like a hamster in his cage, and he's like, I just keep running and running and running, and I get nowhere. And oh my God, I just laughed so hard. It was so funny, but it's so true. Like, how many of you have felt like that? I know that I have so many different times. And sometimes, you know, you don't know how to move forward. You don't know how to do something different in order to get out of that wheel, so to speak, right? And that's okay. But the thing is, you can't just keep spinning. You can't just keep doing the same things over and over and expect to hit that version of success for yourself. So I really want to challenge you guys today. If you haven't been through the challenge, if you haven't finished it, you are not going to hit your version of success. Like, I want to be really honest with you right now that you are never going to achieve that version of success that you want if you just continue what you are currently doing. And this is so true with any type of personal development, professional development, even just taking courses, reading books, like doing all of the things. But if you're still like, you know, you get done reading that book, you get done with that course, you get done with the 5-day challenge, you, even if you stop halfway through, you know, that's very common for any of those things. If you are not coming out of it and actually implementing the things that you are learning and making changes and really choosing to do and live differently, do, live, and be differently. I want to make that very clear, like different things that you can do for yourself in your life, in your business, however that looks for you. You're never going to get to that version of success because you don't have it right now. So if you keep doing the same things, it's not just going to magically show up. It's not just going to magically happen. As much as I, you know, believe in the law of attraction to a certain extent, you can't just like hope that it'll happen and keep thinking about it and it will. Like, it's not going to happen. That's not how it works. You do have to take the action. You do have to do different things. You have to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. You have to truly make it happen. Even if you don't understand exactly how to do it and exactly what you should be doing to get there, that's okay. But you have to stop just doing the same things over and over and try something new. Get outside of your comfort zone, get uncomfortable, and do new things. Hey, Christina, hey, thanks for hopping on. This is a really good video. I know you just joined the group too. So I just want to let you know that the 5-day challenge that I ran 2 weeks ago is still it's in the units tab. So if you go on the left-hand side, when you're in the group, you'll see units, and you can click on that and easily get through all of the 5-day videos and prompts all today, but I will be pulling that down tomorrow. So if you're interested, I would love for you to go through that and let me know how it goes. Hey, love it. And feel free to watch the beginning of this video too. This will be on a replay because there's some really good stuff, but totally want to say that, like, if you are really feeling stuck, if you are not in your version of success yet, and you're feeling stuck, you're just like, you're spinning on your hamster wheel and you're like, why am I not there yet? What am I doing wrong? Why do I not have X, Y, and Z yet? It's because you're not doing anything differently yet. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you're here and joining us. You have to break out of that. You have to do something different. You can't just keep doing the same things and expecting different results. Sorry, I'm flipping through a few things here. So a couple reminders with that. If that's you, if you're like, oh my God, this is totally me, but I don't know how to move forward, couple things for you. So first of all, you have to choose to be intentional. Like, end of story. That's why this group is called Intentional Success. For you guys on Instagram, hop on over to my Intentional Success Facebook group, where I share many, many videos and ran the 5-day challenge, if I could talk. So you have to choose first to be intentional. You can't just keep going through the motions. You can't just be stuck in your routine. You can't just go like day in and day out doing the same things over. You have to intentionally make shifts, make changes, decide to do something different. You have to choose to make the shifts. You have to identify what those things are. Like I said, even if you don't know the how yet, there are still things that you can do differently that you can start with. You have to choose to move toward your success. End of story. You can't just wish it and it'll happen. You can't just keep doing the same things over and over. You're going to go insane. You're going to make yourself crazy. If anything, you're going to kind of spiral down into that like almost depressive state to be like, why is nothing working? Why am I so stuck? Why can they have it, but I can't? I have been there. There have been so many moments of realization where it's like you kind of hit that rock bottom to realize like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep sitting in this spot doing the same things over and over and feel this way. Like, I want to feel differently. I want to hit that version of my success, and whatever that looks like, I want to get there. I don't know how, but I need to intentionally do something different, right? So if that is you, I want to talk to you. I have a few spots still left open for July now that we're in July and out of June. I do have a few more spots open for my one-on-one coaching program. And what this is I really want to work with you individually, really individualize this program to you and your version of success so that you are seeing results. You are seeing, those changes that you can make. You're making the changes, you're assessing, you're going forward, you're actually moving forward toward that version of success. You have an action plan. We go through and really look at how you're spending your time and energy and assess some of the actions that you're taking or how you're holding yourself back, what those things look like. There's so much which is why I coach. There's so much more underneath the surface level. It's not just about creating the action plan. It's not just about figuring out the steps to take. It's everything else underneath that's held you back for so long. Whether that's, it could just be simply like not knowing what to do next. A lot of the times it's because of other things that, just beliefs that we've had since childhood and believing that, we have to work extremely hard to be super successful, or that you can't have success and happiness. Like you kind of have to trade one for the other, or so many other limiting beliefs that hold us back. There's so many, and they're so individualized to you and what you've gone through, what you've trained yourself to verify in your life. So a lot of the times when a belief comes up, it's because like we've had this thought that's like, oh, well, maybe it's because of this. And then what our brain does is it searches for reasons to validate that. Be like, oh yeah, that's true because, well, this happened, a week ago, or this happened 3 years ago, and it's the same thing. And that's how those beliefs are created. However, it's just a belief that we've created. And it doesn't mean that that's the truth. It just means that that's the truth that we believe right now. But we could easily break out of that. I say easily, and it's not that easy, but we could break out of that if you intentionally choose to break out of that and redefine what that truth means to you and what that belief is, or that it doesn't have to be a belief anymore, you can move forward out of that. This is why I hire a coach for myself, because there's a lot of things that I can't see for myself because of the beliefs that I've created, right? So I practice what I preach totally. Like, I have to work with a coach to see what I'm missing, what my blind spots are, what beliefs I've created that I don't realize are just beliefs. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I could change that, but I've just believed it for so long that it holds me back, right? Whether that's business or life, or just not feeling that version of success for yourself. So I wanted to share a little bit, like I said, every time I go through this challenge, or every time I take you guys through this challenge, I do it myself. And I typically do this more often than I just run it, right? So right now I've kind of ran it every, twice a year, like kind of semi-annually, right? And I go through it, I would say at least quarterly. I kind of have a monthly like goal setting ritual, if you will, like practice that I do on a monthly basis that takes me through this. But one of the big things that I was focused on this time around was the version of success I want for myself, like within the next 6 months, is to really feel that success in, I've left my day job. I'm very comfortable with what's happening, right? So getting comfortable in like where my income is at, where my businesses are. I know I definitely want to grow and keep growing, all of the above, right? But when you get comfortable in that, like you stop moving. So one of my things for moving forward is I really want to be better at setting boundaries for myself in the sense of like, I work from say like 10 to 6, and then I actually get off my computer and I can sit on the couch, or I can go for a walk with the dogs, or like do other things, but not feel guilty that I'm not working. And I have a really hard time with that, because so often, especially since I love what I do in both my businesses, it's really easy for me to just keep working, because there's always something to work on, right? If you're a business owner, you understand this. There's always going to be something you can be working on. So you have that guilty feeling when you're sitting on the couch and knowing that you could be working on something. But do I feel successful when I'm working 24 hours a day, or at least the time that I'm awake, right? No, not really, because then I'm just like working all day, going to sleep, working all day, going to sleep. And yeah, I'll take little breaks here and there. Yes, I will go out and like walk my dogs, or like yesterday we went to the pool with a friend, things like that. But if I'm constantly working, I'm never going to really feel that success of like, I can own my time. I can be in control of my time. I can actually stop working. My computer, my great computer, can have a break every now and again. And on like Fridays, I want to be able to have a flex day. Like, what do I need to work on to move me forward? Or how can I spend this day enjoying other things? This week, I kind of did it differently since we had our wedding anniversary, and I kind of took Wednesday off. And then yesterday I went to the pool. I kind of like used that time differently, but it felt successful to me because I can be flexible with my time and very intentional about how I work this week, so that I was able to do that, right? So there's different things that you have to step into and be really intentional about how you spend your time and energy and the things that you're actually doing, or doing different things, like I said, than you consistently do, or than you have been doing, in order to get to that version of success, in order to feel that success and really step into it. My whole point to this challenge and what I work with my clients on is to feel that success immediately. So it could be, like you have your vision board of things. There's going to be things like, I always bring up the example, like for mine, it's my beach house. Like my beach house is going to be on my vision board for a while. It's definitely not something I can step into or like get right away, right? Like that's going to take saving money. That's going to take moving to a different state, or at least like, buying a home in a different state, right? That's not something that I can do right away. But what I can focus on is those things that will bring me closer to that, like saving for a house, and how can I do that right now? Or making like shifts in my business to be able to like potentially run my business from a different state down the road, or move my business, or work, have homes in both locations, or like whatever that looks like. But you have to start small and start stepping into that now, so that you can start feeling that success now, and you don't have to wait until you quote unquote have it. That's my biggest key that I want you guys to take away is like, you're not working to get to your version of success to have it later, right? You're just going to be like working, like, oh, I'll feel good when I have that. I'll feel like I'm successful when I finally have the income coming in and when I finally get my first client or when I finally get 5 clients to be full or like whatever it looks like for you, right? Like you're waiting right now to feel that. And I don't want you to wait any longer because there are things you can do right now to step into that version of success today. Let that sink in for a minute. You can have your version of success right now. It's just about being intentional and making those steps to move forward, how you step into that. So I wanted to hop on here and share that. I will do that tomorrow. So if you're interested in going that, again, Instagram, the link is in my bio for my Facebook group. You can join that and just go through the content very, very easily. Like I said, it's in the units tab in the Facebook group. It's really easy to go right through all of the content. If you're catching up, that's totally fine. Please feel free to still comment on all of the posts, like get your prompts written in there. I will definitely be checking those as we go into tomorrow before I close it all down so that I can follow up with you with questions you have or things that you're struggling with. If this has been really challenging for you, please, please, please reach out to me because I want to talk to you. That's okay. A lot of the times we can't do a lot of this stuff on our own. Like I said, especially if you have blind spots or you don't know how to move forward, you don't really know what the limiting beliefs are, but you know you have some, or you just have a lot to work through and you want someone to work through this with you. That's part of what my one-on-one program is for, is really working you through this process to create that action plan, to start stepping into your success today and creating that, really doing different things to get you that success right now. So I want to talk to you. Please feel free. I'm going to leave a link in both Instagram. There's a link in my bio to book your discovery call with me. I'm going to leave the link in the comments for the video in my Facebook group so that you guys can book a call with me. Let's chat. Let's just hop on the phone and see where you're at, how you want to move forward, what your version of success looks like, and how I can help you move forward in this program. I know that this is freezing. I hope it catches up. I apologize. But let's talk because I really want to get you moving forward toward your version of success today. And I want you to know, first and foremost, that it is totally possible for you to have both your happiness in feeling fulfilled and getting unstuck and being successful right now. So book your discovery call with me. Let's chat. I can't wait to talk to you. I can't wait to take you through this entire process. It's more than just the 5-day challenge, but the 5-day challenge is part of the program for sure that I have pulled out to share with you guys. So let me know what questions you have. I can't wait to get some of you on the phone and start chatting with you and see what your version of success looks like. I always love how different everyone's is and just where you're at and just how you can move forward in it because it's just so good. It's so fulfilling to step into that and start living that now. And I know because I've left my day job, like I went through some big changes and pushed myself so that I could do that, so that I could leave my day job and focus on my businesses. And now 7 months later, I can't believe it's already been that long, just where I've come from there and how I continue to push myself forward in how that version of success keeps changing and shifting and growing for sure. So let's chat. I can't wait to talk to you. I hope you guys have a fabulous Friday. Don't forget about the Friday celebrations. You can always jump back in the group to celebrate those. I definitely want to celebrate with you, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good Friday, guys.